Be coming, ripping on twos with my honey. What I call a cruise is 100 down the interstate.
All right, you guys. So I am about to head out to get my boy dynoed. All right, hopefully this turns out good, man. I did notice my pipe was slipping off, so I must have tied that all the way up. You guys can see down there, right there. So when I get to the shop, I'm gonna have to have them put that on a little bit tighter. It is a little wet out here today, and I'm suited and booted, got all my rain gear on, just in case. Y'all know I'm out here in the Pacific Northwest, so it's supposed to be a little rainy today, but the weekend is supposed to be great. Yeah, I got a lot going on. All these gauges, the cameras, everything. There shouldn't be too much traffic out here because it's a nice time of the day. Oh, I'm gonna have to stop up here because I didn't even put in the directions. So I'm gonna stop as soon as I get up here. However, I did put a canned map in here, and I got a map from Fuel Moto. I think it was like $150 or something like that, just so I could ride a little bit until I brought my bike up here. But I still don't think it's getting the full potential. And they always say don't just rely on a canned map because every bike is different. So even if you do have a canned map and you think your bike runs pretty decent, I still would recommend getting your bike dynoed just to be sure that you're getting the best performance out of your bike, and that a canned tune don't mess up your bike. Like I said, every bike is different. Yeah, we almost at the shop. Despite having a little bit of a heavy throttle hand, I see that I'm making about 40 miles to the gallon according to my power vision here, so that ain't bad, man. And I've been hitting this thing too because I like the way the sound of this 2-in-1 sounds. So I've been kind of hitting it at times, and I'm still getting about 40 miles to the gallon, so that ain't bad. I just pulled up the two-wheel dyno. There are a couple of guys up in the way, so I'm gonna have to scoot around these guys. Get my boy up in here. Oh, something sounding nice up in here. Yeah, we made it. All right, you guys, so just an update. I got to the dyno shop, and for some reason today the guys wasn't letting people sit in on the sessions, which is cool. That's their shop, they run it how they want to run it, and I'm just a customer, so I can't argue. So with that being said, I decided to come down the road like a block away. I'm out here in Kirkland, Washington, and I stepped into a restaurant to have some lunch. I decided on some Mexican, some carnitas. What is the name of this place? It looks like Santa Fe Mexican Grill in Kirkland, Washington, right off of 124th Street. The food is pretty good. I'm going to try to utilize as much time as I can here as I'm working as well. I got my work with me. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my meal, take my time, and just wait on the guys to get back with me. And hopefully I can share those dyno results at the shop. If not, I'll update you guys when I get home as far as the numbers. That's all people seems to be concerned about anyway, is what the numbers are. So if I'm not able to share that at the shop, I will share that when I get home. But I do have the bike back, and I will say that it is running way better than the map that I got from Fuel Moto. But I can't lie, that Fuel Moto map was enough to just get me going for a couple of days. So I can't complain too much, but I will say that getting the bike dynoed is definitely a better ride than just having that canned map. But as far as the numbers go, I'm gonna have to compare that to my other dyno sheet. I will say from a visual and what I see on the paper, I can't necessarily say how it feels, but I can say from a visual standpoint of what I see on paper, the SNS 475 versus the Moonshine horsepower 485, or the Star 3030 is what they say is basically the same cam made by Star. I will say that the SNS, and now I don't know if this is related to the Chromeworks 2-in-1 or the 2-in-2 full exhaust by Chromeworks as well. Now I will say, when I had my SNS gear drive cam in with the Chromeworks 2-in-2 exhaust, I had 130, I want to say 131 foot-pounds of torque. Whereas with this Moonshine horsepower, I'm only getting, I believe, 126. So from a visual, like I said, I can't feel it. Actually, this feels better when I hit the throttle, but from a visual standpoint, on paper it says I lost 5 to 6 foot-pounds of torque. On the other hand, it looks like I gained 2 horsepower, which, like I said, I can't really even tell, honestly. The bike feels amazing. What I can tell, though, is from the get-go, when I hit the throttle, this baby gets right on up and it stays up. Whereas with my SNS, it kind of had to build up in the beginning, so it wasn't that immediate response. But once it got there, that thing just took off. So those are the small things that I am noticing between the two. The SNS, I feel like once it got to a certain point, I want to say about 3,000 something ish RPM, that thing just took off. Like, it accelerated like no tomorrow. Whereas with the MHP 485, it takes off right from the bat. So that is a slight difference that I noticed right offhand. But overall, I'm happy. Like I said, it's a numbers thing, a few slight numbers, plus or minus on both sides. But at the end of the day, I'm happy. I'm not out here racing or anything, so I guess it's not really gonna make a huge difference anyway. But that's just my first impression of what I feel and how I feel about getting the dyno and the new cam. I will be back. Actually, I will say though, the 2-in-1 sounds way better. From a sound standpoint, the 2-in-1, if you like a loud sound, it blows, I ain't gonna say it blows it out the park, but it definitely has more bite than the 2-in-2. But other than that, I think they're both They're both great exhausts, both great cams, depending upon what you're looking for. So with that being said, I'm just headed to the house right now, and once I get there, I'll pull out those dyno sheets and put them side by side and let you guys see the results. Well, I guess I stand corrected. I am in front of the dyno sheets. So right here is with the 475 gear drive cam. As you can see, it start coming on kind of later in the RPM. So I'm gonna say it kind of peaks in between 4,000 and 4,500. Kind of starts peaking in that range. And you can see max power 121, max torque 130. Now, here's the Moonshine horsepower 485, or the MHP 485, or which they say is the Star 3030. So you can see the numbers that I got. Now, I know everybody's bike is different, but here's the numbers that I got with the 485 chain drive. Now, I lost about 1 horsepower. I thought I had gained, but I actually lost about 1 horsepower, and I lost 5 foot-pounds of torque. But as you can see with the MHP 485, it comes on right at the beginning. It shoots up. Whereas over here in the S&S, it kind of takes a minute to build up. But overall, like I said, I can't even really feel it. I can't feel it. I'm not gonna say really feel it. I can't even feel it. I just know that what I do notice is that the immediate response from the twist of the throttle with the MHP 485, I definitely get that immediate response. Whereas over here, it took a while, but once it got there, I feel like it was to the moon, you know. I could go forever, but I never really rode up in the 5,000 RPM range. I never really rode my bike up in that range, so I wasn't getting my bang versus my buck right here, where I feel like I will get more of that over here. So there you have it. This is my experience with my setup. This is from the MHP 485. You can see the numbers there. And here is the S&S 475 gear drive cam.
Man, all my MCs, brothers and sisterhoods, solo riders, it's all the same, it's all good. When you see me throw that upside peace sign to the ground, that lets me know you too down with